store here. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Please welcome your 2026 Kansas City Chiefs.
Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And we're underway from Kansas City. LaQuint Allen to return this. You're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. And bringing them out to former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
The promise and the potential, well, they've been with Lawrence his whole football life. From high school in Georgia to stardom at Clemson and even a playoff run in Jacksonville, it's just consistency. Week in and week out, that'll be the next step for Trevor in his career.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Tight end, motioning right. First carry now, this is Bashal Tutin. And that run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. They've got a man in motion. Out of the gun, Lawrence. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical. And that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't find Brian Thomas Jr. on that throw. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
And oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. So here are the Chiefs out on offense for their first drive. They're brought out by a former #1 pick who always plays with energy and passion, Baker Mayfield.
There's just certain quarterbacks, the way they run on the field. You just say their name and just some adjectives and attributes pop up right away. For Baker Mayfield, scrappy, tough, a will to win. I'm not surprised at all to see himself back in the starting role. Not surprised at all to see him flourish. The dude is mentally tough, he's mentally strong, and he typically makes the most of his opportunities.
He'll get him 5 yards as he gets this up to the 25.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Play action, here's Mayfield. Complete, Derrick Henry. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
New set of downs for him from the 31. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Baker now off the play fake. Throw right side, caught by Goddard. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
A gain of 3
Nice to
yards.
see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First down from the 42. Out of the gun, Henry. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackled there by Jordan Lewis.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Baker now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. Now, the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. First down, here's Baker. Short pass brought in. This one doesn't get much, down to the 41. Stopped that time by Antonio Johnson.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
This is Henry on second. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
First down. First and 10
Danger,
at the
Kate.
29-yard
Danger, I
line.
say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Mayfield on first and 10. That's complete, Mike Evans. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
8 yards to go as they get set on second and goal. Putting the tight end in motion. Back to Henry. And he will find the end zone this time. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
7. Jaguars nothing.
Butker on now to kick this one away.
For Kansas City.
Bayshul Tootin now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes first and 10. Tutin gets it from the gun. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
The tackle by Leo.
So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. The Chiefs in control so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They start with 2nd and 6. Lawrence working from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Gain of 6. And the Jaguar first down.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Hand off to Tutin. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Finds his running back. This is Bashal Tutin. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him 13 on that play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 now from the 46. They go play action. Lawrence. Complete. It's Myers. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Lawrence now off the play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
Jaguars first down. A gain of
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Again, it's Lawrence to throw. And pass caught by Strange. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's another Jaguars first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Tutin on 1st and 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars start to fight back with their first points of this game. Well, Brock, you found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off for 6.
Cam Little to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. It's Brashard Smith now with the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chiefs and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back-and-forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock, here who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Here's Baker to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, well, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
Third down, here's Mayfield. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around, more from Arrowhead on the other side. First and 10, here's Mayfield. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Giving him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's a Chiefs first down.
Good offenses, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First down throw here, Mayfield. Connects on the crosser. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. A pickup of 17. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
From the red zone on first. And he hauls that one in. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get some late points and the lead. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to float toward it, and that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Okay, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
Butker to try the point after. Troubles with the snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7.
Jaguars 7.
Butker on now to kick this one away.
Kickoff for Kansas City.
Tootin now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Jaguars headed out on offense late in this first half. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. First and 10. It's Lawrence. Arlington nearly picked it. Oh, couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's second down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So play number 1 almost ended this drive. Let's see what play number 2 has in store. Lawrence again here, 2nd and 10. Complete left-sided Thomas. And this one doesn't go far. The Jaguars are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. To the air on 3rd and long. Got his man. Thomas has it. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First down from the 42. Throwing again. Here's Lawrence. Man downfield, and Myers has it. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's pretty impressive, Kate. I mean, to have the awareness, the body control to not just secure the ball, but to keep both feet down on the sideline.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Lawrence with it on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Need to get that yardage back and a little bit more, too. It's 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Escapes the pocket. And he slides to a stop after a great run, but still not quite enough for that first down.
It's a gain of 11. And it's 3rd down.
So we have a 1-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter of the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the 3rd quarter. Got a 1-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Smith on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chiefs have their offense out to start this 3rd quarter. They have played lights out on offense. Scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Baker now from the gun. Got a man downfield, and Goddard has it. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. Josh Hines Allen, that time to haul him down.
A 6-yard pickup.
Fans love the
Brings
long
up
ball in
2nd and
baseball.
4.
It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Mayfield now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to find Mike Evans with that throw. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
3rd and short, Mayfield. That one's caught by Jefferson. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That's good for Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Complete to Justin Jefferson. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. And air it out on 3rd. He brings it in. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Looking to throw. From the pocket, looking for a target. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. And he can't do it himself. He's stopped behind the line. We've got a turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Lawrence trying again on 2nd. Complete, it's Myers. And he gets this across the 10 before stepping out.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Lawrence working from the gun. Making the play himself. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Inside give here for Tootin. And good forward, about 5 yards it looks like. It's second down now.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. And this play reaches the 35 before he comes to an end. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35. Off the play action, it's Lawrence. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's second down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's second and 10. And they're going to throw out of the gun. Hauled in by Myers. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz, and he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Back to the air, Lawrence. Looking Myers, and he's got it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards.
Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. It's Jaguars football. They trail, but it's still within reach. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. On the give, it's Tootin. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play was at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Completed over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. Tootin headed left. And this drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Now Lawrence. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here's their first carry for LaQuint Allen. And they only get a couple when they needed. Well, they needed a good bit more, Brock. That's going to make it 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Cam Little now in a high-pressure spot. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. Got all of it, and this is good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
Such a perfect example of a kicker just doing his job. And now it's incumbent upon that defense to give him and their offense another shot.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's Smith on the return. And he's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stops. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Baker now off the play fake. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. It's a pickup of 26, and that's a Chiefs first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. All to the left side. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from 1st down to 1st down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
First down, here's Baker. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, and that brings up 2nd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Baker throwing again. It's caught at the 4. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs now lead by 10. You should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Butker to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chiefs drive their lead to 11.
Chiefs 21, Jaguars 10.
Butker on now to kick this one away. To now on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be at sky high right now.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Finds him over the middle. Breaks free in the center of the field. Brian Thomas Jr. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars now within 1 score in the 4th. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
The Jaguars will
Lawrence is going to try and throw. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. So a little pressure alleviated by the touchdown, but plenty still remains. Gonna need to manufacture another trip to the end zone as they trail by 5.
This feels a little bit like a golf event to me, Kate, where those golfers will spend a big round not even looking at the scoreboard, not even know where they sit. But then when it gets down to winning time, they do know exactly what they need. And to consider that golf analogy, well, this team now needs a birdie when it matters the most.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Heel with the return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Chiefs and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Mayfield. Down the field. Evans has it. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. So we will not reach the 2-minute warning. The defense calling time here. 2:08 on the clock.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. On 1st and 10, it's Henry. Got him a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Mitchell up the middle. Call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Third and just 2 to go. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen for Henry. And it has the Chiefs first down there, Brock. And the celebration can begin as they can run out the clock now on this one.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Line up the design keeper. So score this a win for the Chiefs. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Kansas City.